Alright, so this is just a video actually on my opinion of what is going on in the NBA. Now, for some of you, this is just to see how some of you feel about a couple of things that stood out to me, especially about this game. So I'm going to recap, basically going back to some of Houston's previous winnings and some of their losses, and how basically I'm going to focus on the free throws and the fouls. So this picture is going to also be on the very last of the pictures that I'm going to go through in the slideshow here. So the first game, as y'all can see, Houston lost, and they had less free throw attempts, less made. The only also the personal fouls, they had more. So my thing with this is sometimes the referees call fouls and they say that it's a non-shooting foul. So they basically control a lot of the game. Now this is another one. So y'all can see that Utah took a lot more free throws and they had less fouls. So for those that are paying close attention, it's like, it seems like, you do certain things as a team and you win. But my thing is, what if the referees are doing a lot more in terms of controlling the game? Again, same thing here. Houston, which is the focus of this video, had less free throw attempts, they had more fouls, they lost. I mean, 1 or 2 fouls could have made the difference in the game. Now, these were the 3 losses prior to Houston starting on a hot streak. So this is the first in the hot streak. So y'all can see that the fouls were pretty much the same, but the free throws, they had more free throws. They made 10 more free throws. Those 10 more than made up enough for them to win. So that's the big thing that I noticed, and the reason I'm making the video is like those two things control a lot of the outcome. Similar in a sense here, but this is more even. I don't hate Houston. This is just a thing that I noticed in the past, and I'm a casual fan, so in the past, like, I stopped watching it for like a year or something because I just don't like the officiating sometimes. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. So, and this is another one. So, free throw attempts and mades. So here they just flat out won on 3 points. Like, they had, essentially, more fouls, less free throws, but they just made more 3 points. So, I mean, you can't beat that. If somebody's just shooting it lights out, they're just not gonna lose. But when it's an average night, the referees seem to, from my perspective, control the game. So here you see Houston had more fouls, and they essentially were pretty much the same on free throws. So, and they ended up losing, but they had more fouls. So my thing is also like when sometimes the fouls they call is like kind of iffy, but I don't know. That's my take on it. Here, free throws, they had 8 more made, 10 more attempted in terms of just free throws, and I mean just 10 more attempted in a sense. Like, that controls a lot of the game. And sometimes they call a foul even when it's not, they say it's in the act of shooting. Sometimes it's not in the act, so it's kind of iffy. Again here, Here you can see that it's a little bit more, I would say, in favor in from my perspective in those two categories that I'm focusing on, favor of OKC, but they ended up losing. Again, only a few, but if they had gotten more calls, you never know. Here, pretty pretty even game. And again, I don't hate Houston. These are just some of the two two areas. So the free throw attempts and the personal fouls. Now, what you don't see in these stat sheets is when are they calling the fouls and who are these referees that are calling these fouls. Like, to me, it's just crazy. Here, let me see, like the team, essentially from my perspective, that gets more free throws and less fouls called against them, they ended up winning. And for this specific highlight, I'm focusing on Houston. So again, against the Pelicans, it's a 4 point, difference, but they had a lot more compared to the Pelicans. They had more free throw attempts. Again, same here. And here you see a big discrepancy, like 14 made. 14. That's crazy. 6 extra calls against the Grizzlies. Like, I'm not trying to hate on Houston, but this is crazy. Like, this, if somebody's betting money on him, it's been in the past. Like, referees control the game. Again, here, they just had more free throw attempts. 10 made, 10 more made, 13 more attempts in general. So, and that's a 1 point game. This is crazy. Like, I don't know.